We Are Islamic Republic, Part 13. Why did the Farisi movement cause alarm? There is no doubt that the rapid growth of the Farisi movement alarmed and angered Hindu landowners as well as worrying the British. They recognized that movement was stirring up opposition against them to the depressed Muslims. The movement offered a solution to their problems and awakened a desire for an independent Muslim state. Haji Shariatullah founded the Farisi movement. He called on Muslims to follow closely the teachings of their religion. This gave hope to the Muslims living under Hindu and British control. Muslims began to hope for their own nation. As the morale and the commitment of the Muslims increased, it was inevitable that sooner or later, with the sight, with the right leadership, some Muslims would take part in more agitation against the British. It was clear that the Muslim identity in India would continue to gain strength. Titumir and the uprising in Bengal. Why is Titumir seen as a martyr? Why is his importance? What is his importance to Pakistan? Titumir, well, Mir Mitar Ali, who came to be known as Titumir, was a disciple of Sayyid Ahmad. He too was a man of action and believed that fighting one's enemies was the best course of action. He is respected as another important figure in the history of the Pakistan movement, inspiring his community to take a sound defense of their religion and way of life. On the other hand, it can be argued that he was doomed no fail. On the other hand, it is argued that he was doomed to fail because he provoked the British. He was doomed to fail because he provoked the British. How did Titu Mir try to help Muslims? In 1830s, Titu Mir was horrified by the sufferings of the Muslim farmers in West Bengal. He organized many of them to take a stand against their oppressive Hindu landlords, the Zamindars, who were being supported by the British. One of these Zamindars, Krishna Deva Rai, enraged Muslims when he imposed on them a tax on bears. Titu Mir advised Muslims to refuse to pay this spiteful tax. Muslim peasants saw this as a means to free themselves from their hated landlords. Using the village of Narkilbaria near Calcutta as his headquarters, Titu Mir set up his own rule and quickly gathered a small army to defend the community. But he had provoked the British, who saw his declaration of independence as a challenge to their power and were worried that his rebellion might spread. A detachment of 100 British soldiers, supported by 300 sepoys, were sent to Norkalbaria, and Titumir was killed in a battle in 1831. Source A. Awakened the Muslims. He, Titumir, had however done his work in that he had awakened the Muslims of West Bengal. Historian S. E. Mahmood, A Concise History of Indo-Pakistan, Oxford University Press, 1988. Well, in spite of his defeat, Titu Mir is important because he's another example of a leader defending the rights of fellow Muslims. A body of history was being made that future Muslim leaders would look to and seek to follow according to the needs of their time. Titumir fought on behalf of the poor Muslim farmers of Bengal. He was killed fighting the British. He reminded Muslims of the need to stand up for themselves.